Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. There was a tweet put out by Catherine McKenna that has me flashing back to about 5 months ago when Justin Trudeau accused the Conservatives of being ambulance-chasing politicians in connection with Tory Stafford's killer being transferred to a healing lodge. Just to refresh everyone's memory, I have a video from that very situation.
I've been listening to the excuses that the Prime Minister continuously gives to this House and to the Canadian public with respect to his unwillingness to transfer Terry Lynn McClintock from a healing lodge with no fences and no barriers back to where she came from, a Grand Valley institution with fences and bars. Mr. Speaker, I understand that the government won't be voting in favour of our motion today, but I'm wondering, does the Prime Minister know whether or not there's going to be some of his backbenchers who are going to see the light and know that this is a moral issue and that they should do the right thing?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I would indeed suggest that this is a moral issue. This is about the contrast between a party and a government that respects the rules, that respects the independence of our judicial system, that appreciates the professionalism of our correctional services, and a party of ambulance-chasing politicians who are, quite frankly, demonstrating a contempt for the principles of law and debate in this House that is inexcusable.
Well, Mr. Speaker, at least the Prime Minister can show some kind of emotion, even though it's self-righteous indignation that we would actually question him on an issue as making sure that convicted killers of children are in appropriate institutions, both to protect the integrity of the system, of the justice system, but as well to protect the public and any visitors within that institution. If he's blind to it, get out of the way and let us go back to government and get this right.
Concerning the attack in New Zealand, Catherine McKenna tweets, "I spoke to parents at Ottawa Main Mosque today whose kids are too scared to pray and go to school in Canada. Meanwhile, Andrew Scheer has to be called out before he can call out Islamophobia. We all need to stand together against racism, hatred, and violence of all kinds, all of us." Oh my goodness. If this is an ambulance-chasing politics, I don't know what is. When the Conservatives held the government to account for the transfer of the killer of Tory Stafford, a child killer, to a healing lodge that is frequently visited by children, they are simply doing their job, not trying to make politics out of a tragedy. They were simply doing their job, the job that they sworn to do on behalf of the Crown. This tweet, however, is completely uncalled for. It is nothing more than ambulance-chasing politics, making political hay out of a tragedy, especially considering she did not even bother to mention the fact that Ralph Goodale, a long-term Liberal MP of nearly 35 years, made a very similar tweet to Andrew, and in fact, Ralph did it later than Andrew did. And he too did not mention anything about Islam, Muslims, mosque, Islamophobia, any of this. So I guess it's okay for liberals to be, to not mention these things, but how dare conservatives not do it? This is disgusting. Oh, and by the way, both men, Andrew and Ralph, later put out a much more detailed tweet after the fact. And again, it's only Andrew Scheer, the leader of the Conservative Party, and pray to God, our next Prime Minister, who is getting slammed by these arrogant, hypocritical liberals. This is disgusting and must stop. As Andrew Scheer has said, this is a government that cannot be redeemed. It can only be defeated. Well, that's all I have for today. Like if you like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe. And remember, working together, we can help keep Canada free. Thank you, and have a good day.